Ah yes, Nova. So before we start this, I just want to say that my builds and guides are usually very synergy focused, and this one is very that much that too. And I really want to make high end game content, min-maxed build. I spent the last 4 years doing this, so yep. I know some YouTubers on this platform has a tendency to do like 15 minutes of talking and then 5 seconds of showing a build, which is really sad. So let's not do that. I'm just gonna tell you guys that the build should be in the description, and then I'm gonna go straight into it. So for Arcanes shards, you want duration. I know I'm missing one. I ran out. I really want to max that. Sad moment, but 4 towers should be enough for now. For the Warframe build, this is the build. You just want a lot of duration, and actually now range is really good because the explosion from this, we can abuse this with melee influence. It's kind of weird and wonky, and Santa's Whisper. So duration, I mean, did we even mod duration? Yeah, we continued only. Usually you would go like all. Sorry, we didn't even mod that much. That's because the shards, right? Usually you will go all duration build basically, but now you see we also have range and strength, but we don't need efficiency though. Our energize will sustain and will augment for more strength later on. You see this, it gives you 25 antimatter particles. You need at least 18, okay? That's 90% damage reduction. That's the cap, so you get 9% per each. Wait, did they change this? What? It used to be it used to not scale. Ah, yeah. It used to be only 5%, and then what the fuck? I didn't even notice that. That's so weird. So you needed 18 particles, right? And everything else was above. Just nice to have. Now it's not. You only need 10. That's so insane. And we have 25, so you're not gonna lose the damage reduction, which is great. But that's insane. They did. I didn't even notice that. That's so stupid. Huh. Gone on the days where you needed at least 18 of these. Why did I not notice that? But yeah, I mean, you still want duration regardless. The reason I didn't notice is because this ability, it lasts, the seconds is duration based, so the more time the better. So you can prime more enemies and hit a bigger area. And so it didn't even matter to me that this was changed, because I will always be at above 18, right? But now that I look at ability, it's so confusing. But so this is very overkill, but you still want it for this. And then we have antimatter drop, which you can like charge it and it'll explode. And the radius scales with range too now, which is nice. It used to be static, that's so scuffed actually. But yeah, and Santa's Whisper, extra damage, and void damage makes statuses apply more, I believe. I didn't really look much into void damage, but this is. But I just know more status, more good, more fun, because the weapon we're gonna use. And adaptation, then you can get another 90% damage reduction, and then combined with Nullstar, you have 99% damage reduction plus the armor, right? Which means you're gonna take like 99.4 or something less damage reduction, which is great. But armor is only on health, but you still have 99% damage reduction on shields, so that's great. Then you want the Arcanes, and for this you just need Amalgam Duration for sprint speed, and Amalgam Arcanes Metal Auger for punch through, and you lower the punch through doesn't matter though, but the damage from your dagger will damage from daggers, like you can use any dagger, but for the dagger we're gonna use will lower the armor by 6, and that's base 6, and so if they have like 100 armor, right, then you only need to hit them like 20 times. But even when they became higher levels and they get like 2,000 to 6,000 armor, you don't need to hit them 1,000 times. It's this base armor. Like it doesn't matter that they increase in level, okay? It's like level 1 enemy basically, with no scaling. And the dexterity is really great, so you have more combo duration. And we have the Ephraim just to clear up, or like, I mean, it's whatever. You don't really need the love Ephraim. And why did I use? Oh, because yeah. Anyways, but just pick any secondary. You can also use Nuking for priming, or the Epiphat. And then we have the Balla dagger, which is the weapon we're gonna use. Also the Kubanuka will be really great here, but I really like having a weapon that's not scuffed like this. So that's why I picked it, but you can use the Kubanuka. The best one will be the, what's it called? The impact one, and then slot hemorrhage, so you also get slash, since there's now magnetic mod. But yeah, then we have the Balla dagger. Oh wait, components, yeah. The Paya grip, the Balla strike, and the Vargit 2J. A link. Be careful about this because there's also a Vargit J2. Okay, it needs to be the Vargit 2J. So yeah, this weapon, you see we have a lot of crit chance going on. Galvanize the Mentalist for more status damage because we're gonna do electricity, right? We also have a Telic Strike to get status chance and more electricity. You see this is really low, but we're still gonna be able to trigger it. I think that's because Sados Whisper, so that's whatever. I'm not gonna think out. I don't want to change. You can use Berserker Fury, or you can use Prime Fury. It's whatever. 55% versus 70%. So this is better, but it's annoying. You need to kill something, right? Spring Loaded Blade for more range, and Prime Reach for even more range, and Dreamer's Wrath so you can Tenukai. Galvanized Steel for more critical chance and critical damage. It's a bit. You see, I don't have Organ Shatter, which is a shame. But that's because I have critical damage on my ribbon, and this ribbon is actually bonkers. I didn't even notice I had this ribbon. This is a really great ribbon for this setup. And then we have Exodia Force. So on status effect, you have 50% chance to deal damage to enemies within certain range, and if I upgrade this, it will be really, really good. But I'm lazy, I guess. Then for the focus, we'll have Rasarin. So you can is that a mistake? You could pick narrow mod, but it's not needed with dexterity, right? I mean, it actually really doesn't matter with these. I guess Vasamin is nice if you want to heal allies, but you don't even need any focus school, so just pick whatever. Is this a mistake? No, it's not a mistake. I mean, you can pick any. I mean, Naruman is pretty nice. You don't lose all the combo if it goes down, but then you should probably do that because we also we only have one dexterity, so do that, yeah. Then we have the Nautilus Prime because this one is nice. It will like group enemies with cordon, and it will be with the Workless Prime. It's a really good primer. However, this weapon, why do I have electricity? So scuffed. This weapon, you need a ribbon with critical chance to break the 50% cap for Tenacious Bond, right? So if you don't have this weapon, then you should use the Prime Laser Rifle. This one is great, and it can have 7 different kind of status at once, which is amazing. And you don't need a ribbon to get 50% critical chance. Anyway, so on to like actually showing what's going on. So we need to unpause these enemies so you can see the damage reduction with the Null Star. We also have Molecular Fission, so that's an augment, so when you kill enemies affected by 4, you get new balls. You see these little balls, they will like seek out enemies and explode, which is really annoying because then you lose the damage reduction. You can also recast it down. You used to not be able to do that, which was kind of scuffed because if you have a very low ball amount, then you were kind of fucked, I guess. But you see the damage reduction is insane. We have 90% damage reduction from impact, and they shoot and we take basically no damage. Nova is actually one of the most tanky frames in the game. I mean, I once spent like 10 hours calculating an hour's hit point, and he had like 1,100,000 something hit points, right? Effective. And Nova had like 2 million effective hit points, but we ran out of balls, so we died. So that's funny. Then there's the second ability with this orb thingy. What it is. I mean, that's also nice with the Warframe. You can actually with the Warframe, if it's charged, you know, like this, it should be really easy to. Yeah, that's one tap one tap charge. The ball will like flow when it's charged. I used to use the Arcanes because it could 1 or 2 tap it, but oh my god, it also gets faster. But you see, this is controlled where you aim, and you see we can't charge it more now that it's glowing. And they actually changed the look of it. And if it hits anything, it'll explode. You can also like bomb it into the ground. You see, it's actually decent damage. In the wide area, it was like what, 39 meters. So you can use this, shoot it into the ground, like you can come and shoot into the ground and shoot it, like, see, and then they get hit. It's great. I mean, it used to be so bad because it was like 10 meters and you couldn't help it. You just shoot it into the ground. And nuke like rooms, you know, it's really nice. And what they've done to it. And it's nice that you can just like one tap it and shoot it, go into the ground. You see, when the middle hits the ground, it goes like boom, boom. And it does so much damage, it's stupid. So that's another reason I recommend the Warframe. Oh my god, oh my god. What in the fuck? I'm sorry, Eclipse viewers. Then we have the 4th ability. And this one now has 2 changes. Before you could build negative, like not negative strength, you could go from 100 strength to 40% strength, and then even less with power foundation. And if you have less than 100%, then they will get speed up. Now it doesn't matter your ability strength. Now it's either one or the other option. You can. I don't know if I switch mine, but I tap it, then they get slowed. You see, it's a really nice slow, which just makes the damage reduction even more stupid. See, they're really slow. It's so stupid. Then you can also hold it down now to speed them up. And you see, this is why we want duration, because then this grows for longer and it hits more enemies. And you see, then they get speed. This is scary. You see, now they're fast. And you're wondering, why will you ever do that? You're helping them. But what's really good is that now they run fast to you, and the objective you want defense, right? And then you just murder them faster. So Nova is actually one of the best frames for like defense mission, because she can make the mission faster and like survival. If you have like a Necros cover setup and some nuking going on, and you want the enemies to fast run into your traps, right? The Nova Cates and stuff, you just use this, and you see they come fast to you, and you can just kill them, and that's great. And that's also why you want duration, because usually when you're farming, you're camping in a room, right? Far away. And more duration means that this will reach more enemies that spawns in further rooms, right? So you see, it's quite nice, big, but you know, on some tile sets you'll see enemies spawning in a horseshoe around you. It's just bad. And if they spawn in like the far corner, it's really bad. It really depends on the map, but I think more duration doesn't harm, also because then if new enemies spawn and stuff, they get hit. Wait, does that make sense? No. It's just for bigger area coverage, and also more of these orbs, right? And now we need to use some of these orbs. And I'll show you the augment, the molecular vision, and we're losing orbs. Then we're gonna hit enemies with 4. Also, you can only lose like 1 orb per second or something, so you don't lose many versus many enemies. So now we kill the enemies, right? You see, we got 25 orbs again. We got 14, which is great. You get so many orbs. Also, if your teammate kills, it works. Then the most exciting part is the melee, and this is where we want to use Sarah's Whisper. Itchy. So you go in and you hit a couple enemies like this. So you see, we already have 12 times combo. So let's do that again. It's so fun. It's so much fun to just go like boom. We speed them up. We have 12 times combo. We're gonna lose a bit, but we have Naruman now. But even though it's basically instant combo, then they go boom and they like. It's hard to show this in live actually. They will like explode each other. You see that one? He also took shock even though he was far away. He also took blast even though he was really far away. So it's like you kill one enemy and all the trash will get killed too. The trash enemies. You see? They all get like damaged and primed. It's so nice to be like. Yeah, it's nice, but you're basically unkillable. You can speed up the objectives. You can nuke them. You can clear rooms with this. They also made it way faster. I see you don't even need that much any longer. But yeah, it's great. Also, the pole is fun. You control teammates and throw them off the map. I mean, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. There's some tile sets where you can actually get out of sight of the map, and there's like invincible walls you can jump through, so they can't come back. Oh no. Not like I would ever do that. Don't think that. But anyways, that's the Nova. I hope you guys will enjoy this. Also, the fashion frame part now. So that's very important. Yippee! This was the old one I used. This is also the coloring I use for my prime stuff. The Pauling we don't even have. Yippee!
We've got atomic powers and whimsical depression.
So the Gemini skin, of course, came out today. By the way, so nice. It's a tiny noble animation to be like a god. Attachments, none. Shandana, none. But we can actually. The Tenokon one might be good for this character. I mean, yeah, but I really like the thing on her back. Also talking about fashion, this room is too. There we go. Sigils. None. I used to have front sigil. I have that on the other one. I'll show that real quick. We have the. Oh, we don't? Oh. Huh. Confusion. But on this one, we do have armor though. You see, Target's Prime, Crisis, Piercing, Eye, Ashore Armor, and Strengthening Legs, and the Shard Hex Ephemera. So that's the difference. We also have Shandana. We have the Kirata Prime Shandana. But the coloring is also. I was about to say the same, but that's fine. I just recalled her. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I just want to push these videos out. This white from Arcane, this blue secondary from Arcane, this purple from Daybreak, and this accent Eximus Grey, and this blue from Arcane again, this Daybreak pink, not purple, and then this blue from Arcane, and then this purple from pink from Daybreak. Oh my god, I'm scuffed. Attachments not the same. This territory is this pink again, and then you have this accent this time. So you can't just copy, unfortunately. But yeah, wait. Yeah, it's opposite the pink below, and then territory gold. Then for the non-Gemini, we have white shell. Oh my god, then I can go over all these. Primary, this white. And then we have Arcane Porcelain. Secondary, this yellow from Arcane. Oh my god, that's another Arcane, that's so good stuff. Titanium Sheen. Territory, we have Smoke, this dark gray. With sexy quality and accent, we have this goldish again from Arcane. With Titanium Sheen. And then the same emissive in DD. So you can just copy and change the others. Yeah, I think this is great. I mean, it's kind of shiny, you see. And there's also like these textures. The gold gets like really shiny. I think it's great, but the new Gemini skin is also great. So yeah, you can use either, I guess. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. So, oh wait, this is not copy. Oh, that's because we have new colorings. No, not so scuffed. I was a bit confused, but that's because we recolored her. Yippee. I also made this one myself, so yippee. This looks cute. Yippee. See you guys next time though. Thanks for watching. Peace.